My name is Vicky Valle. I'm in the Bloomington ward and I've decided to accept the Rstake Can Cook Challenge. So I chose something that was quick and easy and something where you can change the ingredients a little to suit your taste. And it's something that I learned from my mom, and she probably doesn't remember because she just kind of threw it together. So it doesn't even really have a name. And I happened to stop by her house the day she made it and I loved it, so I asked her for the recipe and I've tweaked it a little bit, and I'm going to call it Chipotle shrimp. But you can substitute chicken or anything else that you might like. I can only picture it with chicken, but other than shrimp. So protein of your choice. For the ingredients, you're going to need 1 onion, 2 poblano peppers. Some people call them pasilla peppers. Sometimes they're labeled that way, but they look just like this. And you can substitute bell pepper if you don't want to use a poblano pepper. Although it is pretty mild, so it shouldn't be a problem, but if it's easier to use a bell pepper or 2 instead. You're also going to need some salt, some chipotle peppers in a can, and 2 cans of tomato sauce, along with 2 pounds of shrimp. Now the shrimp can be any size. They can be peeled or not. I chose peeled and deveined with the tail on. And the shrimp should be thawed, so I've placed them in a bowl with water, and you can see those here. I realized a little bit late that the 2 cans of tomato sauce I showed you first were the wrong ones because they were flavored with basil and garlic and something else. You just need plain tomato sauce, so here those are. Now what I'm doing is I'm filling a food processor with the 2 cans of tomato sauce, and I'm going to take 2 chipotle peppers, but if you don't like spice, you can use half just to, just to give it a little hint of flavor. But I'm going to use 1, 2, and then I'm going to put this on. Okay, I think that's blended well enough, and actually I forgot to add salt. So I'm going to add about a ½ teaspoon of salt. Okay. So the first thing you'll have to do is chop up the onion, and this onion is really hard to cut. Oops. Hopefully you're better at chopping than I am. So you take off the top and the bottom, and I actually had to look this up on YouTube so that I wouldn't look funny and have everybody make fun of me for not knowing how to chop an onion. Then you peel it, and it looks much easier on the YouTube videos. And then you chop it up. At this point, I'm not doing it how the YouTube video taught me because I forgot already. The point is to get it into little cubes if possible. This is what I ended up with. Now I'm going to chop up the pepper and chop off the top first so that, well, I was hoping to get most of the seeds out, but you can get rid of the seeds, and then you can chop it up just about the size of the onions. Something else you can do, sometimes the skin on these peppers can be kind of tough for some people. You can peel the skin, but you have to kind of let it char first. You roast it on a pan, or you can do it directly over a flame. I'm going to do it on this pan. I have my heat set to medium, and I'm going to leave it for about maybe 5 minutes, and I'm going to do both sides. Okay, so this is what it should look like when it's done. At that point you grab it and throw it in a plastic bag, or you can put it in a bowl and cover it with plastic wrap, and you leave it there for 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, you can pull this out, and it should be fairly easy to peel. So go ahead and peel the whole thing, and then you can start chopping it up. Okay, so it wasn't as easy as I thought it would be. It's really easy on the charred parts, so make sure you get a lot of blackness throughout. I think this will do. Pour the oil of your choice in a pan, and then you add your vegetables. I have it on medium heat. And then you saute for a few minutes. In a separate, bigger pot, I'm going to take the tomato mixture from earlier. I'm going to pour that in there, along with about 4 cups of water. When the water's just about boiling, you pour in the vegetables. And the shrimp that you've now drained. Oopsie, be careful when doing this, I just splashed myself. And you boil for 2 minutes. Once it's done, you can serve it on top of some rice, just like I've started making my own plate here, and enjoy.